Read out for our viewers the operative part really of this statement. In clause 48 of this declaration, the declaration goes on to say, obviously, speaking on behalf of the BRICS nations, we in this regard express concern on the security situation in the region and violence caused by the Taliban, ISIL or Daesh, which is of course the Islamic movement, Al-Qaeda and its affiliates, including Eastern Turkish Islamic Movement of Uzbekistan, the Haqqani Network, Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, TTP and Hizb-ut-Tahrir. We deplore all terrorist attacks worldwide, including attacks in BRICS countries, which is very, very important because India has constantly been saying that Pakistan is not exclusively a victim of terror, but is a sponsor of terror, and that India is bled by Pakistan terror. So when this statement in clause 49 goes out to say, we deplore all terrorist attacks worldwide, including attacks in BRICS countries, and condemn terrorism in all its forms and manifestations wherever committed and by whosoever, and stress that there can be no justification whatsoever for any act of terrorism, it is basically a slap on the wrist of Pakistan. There can be no other inference that this is a reference in the context of India to Pakistan, which sponsors and bleeds, which sponsors terror in India and of course bleeds our forces. We reaffirm that those responsible for committing, organizing or supporting terrorist acts must be held accountable. So within this statement is also now very importantly an indictment really of those terror organizations that are acting at the behest of the deep state in Pakistan to bleed India, Srinjoy. And this statement calls for those groups to be held accountable, which is very, very significant. Also, very importantly, recalling the primary leading role and responsibility of states in preventing and countering terrorism, we stress the necessity to develop international cooperation in accordance with the principles of international law, including that of sovereign equality of states and non-interference in their internal affairs. So, if one were to look at the Kashmir problem or the Kashmir issue or the Kashmir state of affairs today, Srinjoy, then this is an affirmation that Kashmir is India's problem wholly, no one else's issue to contend for or with. And that's where this statement goes very far out to address India's concerns. Srinjoy.